If Amanda pops round here without Pippa, she tries not to sit near the window. I think this might be because Pippa is a bit tyrannical and doesn't want Amanda popping round here on her own without Pippa. One day, though, Pippa popped round on her own, except for a small baby called Julian. It was unplanned. She suddenly peered in at the kitchen window, going, "Yoo-hoo!" And I asked Pippa, politely, not to shout at the kitchen window in future, but to ring on the doorbell like everybody else. She never fully recovered from the telling off. Then baby Julian needed something and she had to go. She had the stripy trousers on, which never quite work at the back, and it looks like a trompe-l'oeil. Also, on the friend front there's Nanny, the Tomlins' new helper volunteer. Time was up for the old one. He's very confident and jokey, which is good for Tom, but will take a bit of getting used to. Nanny has the annoying habit of suddenly laughing at you, though, which can be disconcerting. For instance, to make conversation, I asked him if he had any hobbies, and he burst out laughing, as if I'd said a hilarious punchline. I must have looked shocked, because then he said, "Sorry, no, I don't have any hobbies, do you?" And of course I said, "No, not really." So that's how it'll be with this helper. Seems a bit like hard work. To be fair, he did tell a funny thing about himself. On his first night having supper with Claire and Michael and Tom, there was a plate of smoked salmon as a shared starter with lemon wedges. And when the plate was passed to Nanny, he just ate it, all, and said, "Lovely." Claire said, "Oh, that salmon was meant for all four of us. Never mind." And they moved on to the casserole, which Nanny was too full for. Anyway, I think he'll be good for Tom, and if not, he's only here for 6 months. Love, Nina. P.S. Also on the friend front, Misty C. from Robert Smythe's school is at college in Roehampton, and Helen from Jez's sixth form is at college in West London. Dear Vic, Mary Kay keeps being ambushed, her word, by a loose paving slab on the crescent near the house. It's this slab that, when you step on it, squirts water at your foot, if it's been raining, and trips you up in general. I say you, but it actually mostly happens to Mary Kay. I asked her why she doesn't sidestep the slab, and she said it's never the one she thinks it is. I keep saying I'll mark it with a blob of green paint, but never do. Sam was due to go to Raz's for tea. Raz's mum asked if there was anything Sam doesn't eat. I said he had the usual prejudices for his age, which isn't exactly true, but I couldn't be bothered to go into detail. You'd think she'd know anyway. They've been friends since toddler age. Me. Raz's mum wants to know if there's anything you don't like. Sam. Shoes with shoelaces. Me. She meant food. Sam. I don't like Brazil nuts or trout fish. Me. Oh no, she was planning a trout fish and mixed nut risotto. Sam. Shit. Played a little trick on Nanny, which seems bad now but at the time was funny. There was a note on the sideboard from Claire saying about putting a casserole in the oven at such and such a time and temperature, and I added at the bottom, "And please groom Miranda, the cat." Later. Nanny. I've told Claire I'm not prepared to groom the cat. Me. Oh, what did she say? Nanny. She was fine about it. We all played Buckaroo, which Sam got for Christmas, but none of us liked the bit where the mule bucks. Too shocking. Except Nanny, who says if Sam doesn't want it, Buckaroo, he'll take it round to 57. Me and Will have advised Sam not to let go of Buckaroo so soon. Love, Nina. P.S. Jez says it wasn't Mrs. Lucas who drew the map of England as a woman in a bonnet riding a pig. It was Mrs. Curtis. I think he might be right, but I'm sure Mrs. Lucas was the nervous driver. He says Mrs. Lucas always walked to school. Dear Vic, I can't pass on Mr. Blunt's letter to Jonathan Miller just at the moment. I think I'm in his bad books. It's partly that I asked him if he was an opera singer and everyone laughed, because he isn't one, and although being an opera singer is fine, apparently it's ridiculous if someone thinks you are, but you aren't. Can't decide if this is insulting to opera singers or anyone who isn't one. Also